What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? It's Pretty Girl Love Trap Content. Welcome to the trap. Okay, we are here this evening to discuss Snowfall season six finale, and the series finale. Oh gosh, like shout out to Vivian Green. Emotional roller coaster. Loving you ain't nothing healthy. Loving you was never good for me because. Shout out to Vivian Green. If y'all don't know, look her up, okay? She would definitely have you in your feelings and keep you in your feelings if you are in your feelings, okay? As am I in my feelings, you guys. Of course, we all had a couple days to digest and swallow this hard, realistic pill of Franklin's downfall. We got to get into it, of course. Oh God, I'm still in my feelings. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. I want to throw the whole TV away. Throw all the TVs in my house away. Okay. I told myself I don't want to review it. I don't want to talk about it. Like, I am and was distraught. Okay. Just to keep it real with y'all. But of course, I had to sit with my thoughts. And of course, I had to come to you with this recap / review. I'm a little more, I don't want to say at peace, but I'm more accepting. I guess that would be the best term for where I am now in my stage of grief. Okay. No, Franklin did not pass away, but he did die in a sense. Let's see who's all up here before we get too deep, y'all. Thank you for coming through on a Saturday night. We have Daria, Samira, Savannah, what's up? DeMarcus, K. Big Wolf, what's up? What's up? No, I didn't. Let me check. What comment did you leave it under Big Wolf? Was it today? Because I haven't checked it today. Please let the girl know. But y'all, Lord, why did you bless me with the great medical issue of asthma, okay? Because if I did not have asthma, I would be smoking about a pack a day right about now, okay? Because this thing stressed me. Y'all, I done laughed, I done cried, I was pissed off. I mean, I expressed and experienced everything with this finale. But I definitely want to get into it. Make sure y'all like this video. Make sure you are subscribed if you're not a subscriber. Just because Snowfall is in it, I do cover other shows, all the Power installments, okay? The original Power. I do a rewatch. I, cover all the books, okay? And Bel Air. And I have some movie reviews. Of course, I'm going to be kicking out in the summertime podcast. So it's definitely a lot that's coming down the pike, okay? But right now we're talking about Snowfall. So y'all, if I shed a thug tear, just do a quick woo in the chat, okay? Shout out to Sinclair James from Living Seagull, okay? I don't know. I may have to do a Nam Yo Ho Ring and Kyun. I may have to do a Woo Sa. I may have to do a lot of things to get through this. So appreciate me coming up here and talking about this, y'all, because it was great and a beautiful piece of artwork, nonetheless. Even though your girl was sad. Okay. We all get that. We definitely gonna, dissect the DeMarcus, okay? Yes, Kara K, I was stressing bad as well, okay? Y'all, let's just start it off, okay? So, we pick up, look like maybe an hour or so after, Big Sissy over here killing the folk, okay? So, looks like it's nighttime, all right? And Franklin is at a bar about 5 blocks away from the incident. I'm like, dang, nighttime, nightfall happened that quick. I don't know. Maybe he was in the alley somewhere crying, kicking and screaming because, Franklin is upset, okay? So he goes into a bar. He calls Veronique on the phone. He was like, she was like, did it happen? Like, what's up? Like, because she in the dark right now. And he was like, no, mama had a gun. And she killed Teddy. And Veronique like, what the hell? And that fetus, I'm sure the fetus was like, what the hell, mama? What the hell you said? Because ain't tripping in I mean, I know I got water and stuff around my body, but did this man just tell me that grandma done messed up the 37? Fetus, yes. Grandma done messed up the 37, okay? We gonna get into it, because I do want to talk about if even Teddy was, if it really was going to go through, but that what happened, baby fetus. Fetus saint. Grandma done shot your college for. Well, actually, you got child support for the next 18 years. We're going to talk about that too, okay? Oh, Jesus. So, of course, Veronique is, stressed out as well. And this is the moment when I knew Ish about to be effed up and Ish about to be real. The way he sat at that bar and looked so depressed. And the bartender was like, yeah, I got you, bro. I got you, bro. Because bartenders, they like the tips. They need to charge you. But he was feeling so bad for old Frankie over here that he was like, the shot is on me. And so the way it was panning to that alcohol and Franklin's hesitation, I was like, oh my God. I knew it was gonna be a downhill situation. Like I already knew, like they was paying way too much attention to Franklin and this liquor on the camera, all right? But I didn't really know we was gonna go where we went. But I knew this liquor and this alcohol was gonna be a pivotal piece of the ending. Okay, hey y'all, Queen, what's up? Thank you for coming through. So he get a little page, okay? Yeah, DeMarcus. That's what I'm saying. We don't really know if we really was gonna get the bread, okay? Well, Franklin is obviously in this bar for at least a couple hours because it was kind of chill at first, but like behind him there's a whole party going on. Like people done rolled through, like they on their 18th shot. Like Franklin is stuck up in here drunk, okay? And so he get a little page from this Havemeyer. He was like, bring the asset to such and such street. Go down the alley, drop him off. Make sure you put him in the trunk because he is low-key still dangerous, okay? Do that or you gonna go to jail, okay? And Frank was like, see, I was just over here trying to get my bread. I ain't trying to get locked up, okay? So he was like, all right, cool. So he go back to the, the little stash house. Veronique like, Franklin, what's going on? And so this is the funny thing about Ruben. Ruben, shut up, okay? There is nothing that you can do for me at this point. My man talking about, you can't trust the CIA. Franklin, I can still help you. I'm like, how, Ruben? How? I'm interested. Let me hear you. How? Because right now I got you locked up, tied up in a chair. You can't do not a damn thing for me, okay? Unless you got access to that password that Franklin had. You can't tell me nothing. So Franklin, he obliged to Havemeyer. And yes, he dropped Ruben off, okay? Give me 1 second. Sorry, y'all. Thank you, baby. Go to bed, okay? Love you. Sorry. Mom T duties, you guys. Make sure your room light is off. All right. Sorry, that was low-key unprofessional. But, this is what we do. We real life up here in the trap, okay? Your girl be working. So, the way Ruben was screaming, Franklin, I'm like, Franklin, gone, Ruben, accept your fate, my brother, accept your fate. So next thing we see, like 3 to 5 dudes come out and just start grabbing him up. I was like, oh, we quick over here. We quick over here with the CIA. I know they done called, CIA got like a goon department, like, all right, we got some light work coming, at about 8 o'clock. I need y'all to handle that. 10 forward. We already know the CIA got a goon department, okay? So bye-bye, Ruben. It was cute. It was fun while it lasted. Okay, hon? Yes, let's move on. Let's see here. The market said Franklin and Leon still don't know that Ruben took out Avi. That is true. Hey, K-Ray, you said Parissa's living a child. She said she wanted excitement. So I guess she's getting about $73 million worth of excitement somewhere in somebody's country. Okay. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm still a little hurt. All right. So, okay. Franklin got him a little decent night's sleep, okay, because he can't really sleep that well anyway at this point in his life. So he goes to the projects, okay, and so your boy Leon, he out giving orders, okay. He's like, I don't care what y'all do. We need to find a connect. I don't care if they're Mexican, Colombian. I don't care, okay. As long as they got an A and an N at the end, you can get the drugs from them, okay. If your cousin Pookie knows somebody, tell them to holler at your boy, because we ain't got no connect right now, okay? So everybody looking like, dang, do we got to, for our application for the grocery store? Like, what we got to do? Because we ain't going to be able to sell no drugs, all right? So I'm like, okay, Leon, you still over there selling the drugs. Go off, all right? So he was like, all right, leave me alone so I could talk to Franklin, all right? So Franklin was like, boom, all right, Leon, I know I borrowed $500,000 from you, my boy, but how much more money do you got? I said, I wish one of my friends who already owe me money asking about what's going on in my account. Like, what? I didn't even get no update on when I'm going to expect the first situation. And you over here asking me about more bread. Franklin got audacity, and we already see in this scene, he got all the audacity, okay? What's up, Young Slim? Thank you for coming through. Hey, Jay, what? Thank y'all for coming through. Make sure y'all like this video, okay? So, Leon was like, I got about almost $3 million. I was like, okay, Leon, Lily, you ain't little Lily, you big Lily, okay, with the 3-3. So he was like, all right, cool, bet. Yeah, so I'm like, hold on. See, when y'all hear somebody be like, all right, cool, like, when they do this, they about to make plans for you and them with your money, okay? If y'all don't recognize that, yeah, like that Birdman hand rub, like, nah, bro. Nah, bro, this ain't what you think it's gonna be, okay? So he was like, cool. Well, that can hold off, the next few months' payments for, the Spring Street situation. I can make you an investor, okay? And then once we start generating revenue, I can buy you out, or I can make you, pay you a monthly, like quarterly installments, all right? And you're going to make triple, quadruple the amount that you are investing today. Leon was like, this fool don't goddamn understand. So he was like, all right, why do you think your mama clipped your boy Teddy? He like, what? I just want money. Like, I'm not here for like an open answer examination, sir. This is not the SATs. Like, what are we doing here? Okay. This is bad. Okay. So Franklin was like, what? He was like, your mama didn't want you to have this money. So why would I disrespect and dishonor her wishes by giving you the money? Franklin, he get that Denzel on because that's his, low-key idol, okay? Damn thing, he's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? He looked at him like, y'all got books on all y'all. Like, he was really about to, Pelican bait these fools, right? So he was like, I'm the reason why y'all got all this money in the first place. This is my ish, okay? So he caught the gun, he was like, all right, if you give it to me, I'm going to take it. Franklin, you know how to count to 73 million. Can you count to at least 5? Because I got 5 Negroes behind you that's ready to clip you, and you over here threatening me. I said, what we doing, Frankie? And I ain't gonna lie, this whole episode, all I heard came, Frankie a hoe. Frankie a hoe. That's all I heard the whole episode. Frankie a hoe. Frankie a hoe. All he want to do is make money. Frankie a hoe. Like, all I heard was your boy Kane and saying Frankie the hoe the whole time, because he was hoeing himself out for that dough, okay? So he was like, are you sure you want to end like this, Leon? And Leon was like, nah, I don't want to end like this. But Frankie had no reason Frankie the hoe ain't had no reason but to get out that goddamn door. Okay, and I'm like, dang, this what we doing? Yo, day one. Go off, Frankie, okay? So he go to court to see about his mama, okay? And Sissy said, I ain't with the bullish, okay? She telling the folk what Teddy was doing, okay? He was selling the drugs to fund a woe. That's why I did it. And of course, the judge, she all in the conspiracy. Now, she crazy, order in the court, she crazy. So Sissy, no bail, out of here. Frankie, he just looking like, I should even be here because I'm still mad about the 73. The 73. So we see Detective Stern. You know, we saw him a few seasons ago, all right? And so he followed Franklin to the parking lot. He was like, I know who you are. I actually got some reports. People kind of placing you at the scene of the crime. He was like, for real? That wasn't me, homie. That wasn't me. And so he was like, I know who you are. Don't nobody else know who you are. It's me, okay? And Frank was like, I don't know what you're talking about. He was like, yeah, Irene. What was Irene's name? Abbe. He was talking about Kevin. He was talking about Mel's dad, Andre Wright. I was like, dang, he going way back. I mean, them bodies. I ain't gonna lie now. That Irene, that was Teddy. Okay, don't be putting no extra bodies on me. Okay, but he already know what Franklin been up to. Okay, but Frankie, he kind of pointed. He was like, you know what you gonna do? Arrest me. He put his hands behind his back. Arrest me. He was like, yeah, the Uncle Tom ass. You know what? I was like, all right, Franklin, that was cute. Okay. So we back, over here. Wanda, she finally got the courage and said she going back to Ghana, okay? And she was feeling away because Leon, I could tell he understood. But he, his brain is telling him he's still got an assignment to fake save the community by selling the drugs the proper way, okay? Because he's a respectable drug dealer, all right? And so she was like, dang, you ain't even gonna ask me to stay? To not go? He had no words because I know he wants to be with his wife, but at the same time, he cares about his community more. Why marry me? The only person you need to be putting ahead of me is God. Whatever God you serve, Mr. Leon. But go off, all right? So she was like, I got enough for a little ticket. I don't know how much, a coach ticket or because you're going to need some leg room. That's like a 24-hour flight, girl. Like, I'm going to need you to get all the upgrades, all right? So Leon, he was like, all right, here's some bread. So he put a few stacks. I was like, all right, Leon. She was like, I don't want your money. I said, take that money, girl, because we do not need to be milking goats while we over there in Ghana. Shout out to whoever be milking the goats. But if you don't have to, you shouldn't, okay? So he was like, nah, you my wife. This money is your money. But I'm like, Leon, how is this going to work? We really not, by coastal, it's far enough. But you talk about two different countries over here. Like, how is this supposed to work? And we still dealing with pagers. We don't got no FaceTime. We don't got no cell phones. We don't have WhatsApp. Like, we don't have anything. Okay. But it was kind of, a come to Jesus moment. And I was feeling a little sad. I was like, go with your wife. Why are you playing over here with the projects? We ain't find nobody yet to take your place. Oh, my God. What's up, beauties? By TKD. Ooh, CG. Okay, got all the alphabets up in there. All right. Oh, Lord. So Franklin at his mama. Well, he should go see his mama, right? Sissy's done. As soon as Franklin agreed to never, ever see her again, she was done. She'd been done before that, but I was like that last nail, that last nail in the coffin, all right? So he was like, Mama, Prentice, he was, you need to go, see about the situation so we can see what's going on with this case. And, of course, she don't care. She want to go down for the get down, all right? She want to go ahead and just be in the confines of her cell block D, all right? She ain't trying to hear nothing about no lawyer, not trying to get saved. Like, she don't care, all right? And he was like, Mama, you talking too much. You need to be quiet because these people will be ready to kill you. Hey, you talking about the government here. Like, we can't be doing all that. But then he was like, Mama, keep it real with me. Keep it real. You couldn't wait 10 more seconds to clip Teddy? 10 seconds? The whole time, Sissy mute. She ain't saying a damn thing. She just like, damn, this fool. They about to be serving lunch right now. Like, this fool is over here wasting my time asking me about Teddy. Like, Teddy was so yesterday. Like, why he over here? And they about to be serving lunch in 10 minutes. This line gonna be hella long. And he got me over here asking me about Teddy. Sissy over it. She over it. But at this point, frankly, he's still low-key calm. He hella upset. But he calm for right now, okay? So he go to her house. So he over there, he get a little knockety knock at the door, all right? And it's Paul Davis, the politician, okay? And I'm like, ooh, Paul Davis, you looking kind of scary, a little old, but okay. So he's like, yeah, you know, I wanted to talk to you, but your office is gone. Like, what's going on? It's closed over there. So I decided to roll up on you. I'm like, all right, you know this Franklin now. You can't be rolling up on Killer Franklin, okay? But he decides to do so because there's that money involved, okay? He was like, yeah, I heard from your partner. And, you know, I want to run these numbers by you. You know, we want to purchase your stake in the Spring, Street development. He was like, what? What are you talking about? He was like, not me. I didn't sanction this. So he was like, nah, get out. I'm like, dang, Frankie. Oh, Lord. At first, I was like, who the hell is his partner? But of course, 2 seconds later, ding, 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 Veronique. Because low-key, she was over there. Y'all remember the past few seasons, she was in that office on the phone all the time, making calls, making deals, okay? I mean, we weren't trusting her like that, so we weren't we was paying attention, but at the same time, it was like, Veronique, what you doing? What you doing, girl? We don't trust you. What you doing? The whole time they playing in our face, making us not trust this girl. I did not trust Veronique. I would nothing. Like, oh my God. And they played in our face. But it's good writing, y'all. Good writing. Big Wolf, you said, look at Q from The Shy. Hi, Ty Wayne. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Y'all, that's Mike from BMF. You went out like a G. You went like, I'd rather Franklin have went out like you than the atrocity that I saw. But we gonna get there. We gonna get there. Oh, we gonna get there. Get it together, girl. Let me get something to drink. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm stressed, y'all. I need a fake cigarette or something. Y'all know I can't smoke. Young Slim, you said Franklin was a money junkie and became a wino like his dad when he lost his money. Facts. We're going to get into that. Yes. RSJ Daddy. All right, DeMarcus, I believe you because everything power related, you be knowing. Okay, you be knowing. So I believe you. All right. So let's get into the hypocrite of Franklin Saint. Okay. So he come up in the stash house. I'm like, what kind of establishment this was before this became his stash house? Like, I was a little curious. It's a little weird. Okay. But anywho, he walk up in there. He was like, so you over there making decisions without me? She was like, frankly, I was just trying to test the waters. Like, nothing too deep. I wanted to get some feelers out there to see what we was working with. And he was like, don't you ever, make decisions without me. And then turn around and tell her he done sold, oh my God, this boy done sold all the South Central properties he owned to his mammoth old boss. Do y'all remember how racist, how much of a scumbag, oh Lord, this man was a slum lord, Arnold. So this spoke so many volumes that you went ahead and sold all your properties to this slumlord who didn't care about nothing. Mind you, it was his mom's old boss. And y'all remember how hard he worked to get his mama from underneath this man's thumb. So it was a few things. Yeah, it was a strategic move in terms of Franklin's brain, because we know those neurons and electrons and protons, those brains themselves, they ain't calculating correctly, okay? So he sold Arnold all those properties. At the same time, low key said F you to Sissy and everything that you tried to do to help her. But you just told Veronique, don't make no decisions without you. But Franklin's justification, the same thing he was telling Leon, the same thing he done told Auntie and Uncle a while back, I built this ish. He told Leon before, brick by brick, it was all him. Granted, technically, yes, Franklin. Yes, Franklin, we give you credit for starting, but you did not build this completely on your own, sir. So pipe the F down. But then he further says, since I built it, I could go ahead. I have the authority to burn this ish to the ground if I want to. I said, Franklin, do you know you got a fetus up in there that you need to worry about for at least minimum 18 years? Oh, you just give 0 Fs. You just give 0 Fs, okay? And to further show us how much of a negative Fs he had, he came up, he ran up on Veronique. He was like, you remember in Malibu what I had told you? Yeah. She was like, oh, loyalty? Not just loyalty, girl. Get some Q-tips. Get some Q-tips, because hear me and hear me clearly, okay? Because obviously you had some wax buildup when we was in Malibu, okay? I told you not to ever do nothing behind my back. And this man was over here. He had the 10 fingers, the wrist, all up in Veronique's neck. I said, Frankie, what you about to do? Like, y'all see the crazy eyes on the screen? What's up, Tamika? How are you? Thank you for coming through. I said, oh, this man done lost all his marbles. And so Veronique, at that moment, she thought the same thing. You done lost all your marbles. She was over here defending you to Cassandra. Oh, frankly, he never put his hands on me. He never disrespected me. Y'all remember that? Those were her main deal breakers. She dealt with the killing, the lying, the slinging, everything. But over here, maybe if she wasn't pregnant, I don't know. Maybe she would have possibly have dealt with that incident. I don't know. I don't recommend that to anyone. But she was like, oh, this what we gonna do? This what we gonna do? I bet. In her head, she was like, I bet. I got you. Okay. So we see Leon. Okay. Leon over here seeing Sissy. Okay. Sissy was like, dang, like they all popping up in here in these streets. Well, in these cells. You know, I got visitors every 2 hours. All right. I'm popular. So Leon, he looking all distraught. This low key his mama, because we ain't see his real mama since what, season 2? After she told him she ain't want nothing to do with him after he done killed Lord, what's Khadijah's baby name? Tiana, I believe Scully's daughter name was Tiana. Mama said, I don't want no parts of you. You a baby killer. But Sissy's been around, they've been friends. I forgot which grade, but let's say 2nd grade. That seems like a cute grade to start knowing somebody. Maybe 1st. And so that's his mama. They got such a connection, y'all. Like the cinematography, like if y'all see this picture on the bottom left, where we have Sissy's image, but you also see like a glimpse of Leon's image inside of Sissy. Like that is so fire. Like if y'all wasn't looking at the cinematography, I don't know what y'all was doing. They made so many great decisions here when it came to the camera work. I mean, Snowfall always makes great decisions when it comes to cinematography. Like, let's keep it real. And shout out to next Wednesday at 8:15. I will be doing a series review of Snowfall, and I may have a special guest. So please tune in next Wednesday at 8:15, where we discuss just the series as a whole. Because if y'all know, and for whoever don't know, Snowfall is like one of my favorite shows. So they have a beautiful conversation, one that had me shedding the thug tears. Okay, so she was she was over there just looking all hopeless as a penny with a hole in it, okay? And he was like, I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to keep the shelter open. She was like, oh, that makes me happy. And she was like, what's going on with Wanda? He's pretty much let her know, like, Wanda, she over there, you want to go ahead to Africa. She was like, no, you need to go with your wife. Okay, Franklin, see, that fool over there is lost, okay? He's the biggest disappointment in my life. I said, God. Actually, she said tragedy. She used the word tragedy, okay? I was like, oh, Lord, you done brought out tragedy. But she followed it up with telling Leon that he is her biggest surprise. Her like the best surprise, the greatest surprise. I was like, oh my God, like, I want to say that too, but we got to make sure you don't die first, okay? But it was so touching. And you could see the contrast from her visit with Franklin, where she had ish to say, and then with Leon, where we had so much dialogue, just so much feelings, different ranges of emotions. Sissy went from just her face looked like, defeated at one point. Then we saw, hope and happiness. Like she saw, she experienced all these emotions, and I experienced it with her. It was a lot, y'all, but she was like, make sure you write me, okay? Because what you need to do is go with your wife, get some books, pack them up in a suitcase, and go to Africa. I said, wait, Sissy, the airlines be tripping when it comes to weight. How much books we talking about? Okay, because they charge you an extra 100 if it's over 50 pounds. So, Leon, make sure you under 50 pounds so they won't be over there to overcharge you. I don't care how much of the 3 million you got. We frugal over here in the trap, okay? But y'all, it was a beautiful conversation. A lot of closure. But it was still nonetheless sad because I know he didn't want to see Mama Saint up in that prison. He done been there. And y'all remember a few, episode, season 2 or 3, Franklin, he was over there giving Franklin a pep talk about how to man up in prison. And here we are talking to Sissy. She was like, it's going to get lonely in here, so make sure you write it, sister. I'm like, Leon, you better be writing, but I believe he over there writing her. I believe he writing Sissy, okay? Oh, God. Hey, it is what it is. Thank you for coming through. Hey, Naya, you said, I think the ending was so impactful because most of us knows or grew up with someone who we looked up to and respected, ended up losing this. Yes, we're going to get into that, child, because, that was too deep for me. Hey, Kira, you said her smile melted my heart. Yes. DeMarcus, you said Leon was a prodigal son that Sissy wish she had. No, she didn't have him, physically, but spiritually, that's definitely her son. And we know that happens a lot when, you have a childhood friend and their parent is pretty much like your parent, especially if your parents aren't really, around or present, and not just physically present, because we have a lot of parents that are physically present, but they're not spiritually present when it comes to their kids. I hate, don't get me wrong, we all love social media and stuff, but I see so many parents wasting many hours having their kid in front of the TV, being on their phone, shushing their, kids when they trying to talk, because they over there trying to see what's going on with Kiki and Dion and them. Like, I hate that. Don't get me wrong. We got our times when we, all right, now go in your room. I need some alone time. So I get it. But at the same time, especially in this day and age, it's so pivotal and important to make sure you really have a true presence and a spiritual connection with your kids. Because if not, they're going to be on that phone, and whatever's on that phone is going to build that connection for them. Okay? Just saying. Hey, EJ, the TV junkie, what's up? Thank you for coming through. But y'all, this was a crying moment. Okay? Now they done switched the gears on your girl with this one, okay? So Frankie, and I call him Frankie because it's cute, it's funny, it's lighthearted to me. Shout out to Kane, that was his nickname to Franklin, but I call him Frankie because it make me feel good. Because I have to feel good right now because I'm still distraught. Okay, get it together, girl. So, Franklin, he over there. At the bank, and he's, low key, trying to get an extension on his loan. Well, an increase on his loan. And Phil was like, yeah, Miss Turner was here earlier. Is it the same situation? Because he kind of lying, saying, they need to, rebuild, and dig up foundation, what have you, even though that's not really the case. What's up, Mr. Jones? So he's like, yeah, Miss Turner was here this morning. She made a huge withdrawal. And I was like, oh, okay. So what's up? So he said, I can't think of the specific number, but was approximately 800,000 of the dollars. And y'all, I don't know how y'all feel about this, and y'all please let me know. But at that point, I wasn't too upset, okay? Because Frankie done effed up. You're over here making decisions. You're going crazy. You pretty much sunk all of your money into this one building, which without the 73, you will not be able to uphold and maintain those monthly mortgage payments. Like, that wasn't ever going to be a possibility. Franklin, like, what are we doing? And she was riding for your boy. She was here. She was like, all right, cool, boom. 73 not here. We can figure it out. Let's figure out some options. Maybe she should have communicated with Franklin about, Mr. Davis, but she knows her man, and she probably knew that if she would have came to him beforehand, that he would have completely rejected the option and denied it. So yes, your girl took $800K. Now, I don't know. He said majority, okay? So when you say majority, I don't know how I feel about that number. I need specifics, okay? I do finance in my day job, so I need the exact amount, okay? That's just who I am as a person, all right? So if we had a milli, okay? Let's say we had a milli in the bank, and Veronique took $800K. I don't know. Because if he didn't put his hands on her, I was like, maybe you should have took 5 or 6, girl, because y'all is technically partners. So I'm thinking 50-50. But you did help him, build the ish. Because I'm sure, at the end of the day, Franklin was over there handling the drug business, and she was helping him implement, the other business. And, she was always on the phone talking real estate, helping. But at this point, I just feel like Veronique, Miss Turner, just pretty much withdrew the prepayment of her child support for the next 18 years. Okay, at this point, that's what it is. She knew Franklin was at a point of no return. And we had a discussion a few weeks ago on the panel, shout out to Brillo. And, we discussed what Cassandra was telling Veronique about Franklin. She was like, your man is coming undone. He's unraveling. And he would not stop. And a lot of people on the panel was like, no, I don't rock with Cassandra, what she's saying. And I was like, no, Cassandra is right. I ain't want to side with Cassandra because we ain't trust her either. But at that point, she was right. Franklin was not going to stop. It was giving Jim Carrey, somebody stop me. Like, somebody needed to stop your boy, but there was nobody who was able to stop your boy. So, feel what you want to feel. But I feel like she did it not to be malicious, but to merely make sure that her and their child was taken care of, because Franklin was not thinking about anybody but himself. Did y'all pay attention to what this man said to Leon? But right before he was talking about the $3 million, he was like, dang, ain't ish we can do for her right now. And he was talking about Sissy. And then he immediately dismissed that and started talking about bread. Like, he is beyond gone. He don't care about nothing at this point. Leon looked at that man the same way Franklin pretty much told him about Unc, and was like, well, he chose a side. Like, Leon just looked disgusted and confused when Franklin be saying it's like this, because he's like, dang, my boy is gone. He don't care about nothing. All he care about is the dollar bill, y'all. Okay? He's definitely on a bottle and on the cream. Cash rule everything about me. Okay? Around me. Cream gets the money. dollar bill, y'all. Okay. So Franklin, he gone. So gone. Shout out to Monica. He is sipping on the slow. He actually guzzling the scissor, okay, up in the car, okay? Right before he go see Sissy again. Sissy was like, dang, I'm trying to decorate myself. Y'all over here bothering me all the time. Let me chill. Let me get used to this. Mind you, I'm like, dang, he was able to be over here, drunk as a skunk and visiting people. Like, they must have been real lax back in the 80s when y'all was over there visiting the folk, okay? LA County, I don't know. Y'all was a little loose. So this is when Franklin took the effing cake for me. He was like, hey, mama, looking drunk, all sweaty and whatnot. He was like, yeah, V, she wiped me out. Started calling V a B.I., you know what? Well, that's what she do. I was like, see, Franklin, this girl was riding for you. But of course, Franklin, he ain't all the way here. He was like, mama, I need a favor. Just let's keep it real. You ain't never getting out this bitch. I'm like, God dang. Can we have a little sensitivity? Come on. A little sensitivity. Shout out to Rob Trans Man, okay? He was like, mama, I got some paperwork here. I mean, I know I bought the house for you, but you ain't gonna be sleeping there no more, okay? You got a cot over there that you about to be chilling on, so you might sign these papers because I need the cash right now. The whole time, Sissy was like, dang, like, this boy is gone. Like, that's the look you give your child when you really realize they on that rock and you ain't getting them back. Instead of the rock, he's on the paper, okay? This ain't rock, paper, scissors, because it's not a game. So your boy Franklin, he was like, dang, mama, won't you talk to me? Won't you say, like, Sissy ain't saying nothing to this boy. Mind you, she had a whole heartfelt conversation with her other son. But she's so disgusted at Franklin, the man she, put out her JJ. She looking like, this cannot be my son. He just lost it. He lost it. He was like, you ended my life. You did this to me. And he proceeded to curse Sissy the F out like she was a hoe on the street. And then proceeded to tell her that Teddy should have blew her effing head off. To the point they had to escort your boy. I was like, dang, Franklin, I ain't never thought I would wake up in the morning, eat my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, turn on my TV, and see Franklin say cursing Sissy say the F out. I was shocked and appalled. You hear me? You hear me? So, let's talk about this real quick. Because Franklin insists on thinking Sissy stole his life, ended his life. So I have a question for you guys. Do y'all feel if the whole situation with Teddy would have worked out? Because, and I think the part that really put the nail in the coffin for Sissy is when she asked him about Alton, and he got real big, and he was like, girl, like, what the fuck? I killed that fool. Teddy was really on his ish at that point. So maybe in her mindset, it was like, you know what? This fool really gives 0 Fs. And I'm supposed to be over here believing that this guy is going to give my son half of his money back and it's going to be all good. Because who knows, let's say if the transfer would have went through successfully and Teddy was allowed to stay alive. It probably would have been a whole nother cycle of Teddy trying to steal that money back. Franklin trying to get Teddy. And then maybe if his second attempt to get Teddy wouldn't be so successful, and then Franklin ends up getting himself killed or getting everyone around him killed. You know what I'm saying? So it could have been that type of situation because we already know Teddy was not going to stop at all. I would like to think that, and I would have liked to have thought that. But the way he treated Sissy and dismissed her question at that point about Alton, I was like, yeah, Teddy is not fully humbled yet. He is not humbled. Yes, he burnt to a crisp in the chest area, but that wasn't enough. That man could not be trusted. And so Sissy knows at this point, I got to end this. And that was her way of ending it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm like, Sissy, he a grown man. Let him wait the 10 seconds. Whatever happens, happens. But at this point, Franklin now has a family to think about. He has an unborn child to think about. Because y'all know the first thing Teddy asked Franklin about when he was trying to scoop him up. What you say about my son? What you going to do about my son? So we know Teddy would have always been lurking. He probably would have waited till that boy was in kindergarten. Probably would have been in the cut for about 5-6 years and then pop up at the little boy's school and did something crazy. So, like, we don't know. We don't know. So I'm conflicted because I'm like, I wanted to see. Can we play an experiment? Can we see if it would have worked? But at the same time, that was probably the only opportunity we would have had to effectively kill Teddy. And yes, that hurt me. But Franklin, at the same time, you have to think about it. You had at least $1 million in the bank. Well, I would say at least $800K in the bank. You had properties. You had things. You're smart. You was kind. You was smart. You could have figured out other ways to make your life successful. Now, granted, I ain't never had the 73 in my account. Not the mill. So I know that that's a hard pill to swallow. It's one of them horse pills like hydrochloride that you got to swallow when it hurt. It's a hard pill to lose the 73. But you at this point, you would have just had to take that chance, okay? I'm just saying, all right? Jake, what he said out to was a nobody. Oh, DeMarcus said the acting between Franklin and Sissy was phenomenal. Definitely, they all deserve all of the awards and accomplishment. Like, for real. Like, I know we don't really get the attention we get when it comes to the awards, but at least from our fellow Soul Train, NAACP, like, we need at least those at the very least. Okay, like, come on, people. These people are doing phenomenal work on your TV screens. DeMarcus said Franklin treated Sissy and Leon the same way Teddy treated Franklin by saying, I made y'all. That is definitely facts. Definitely facts. Great correlation. DeMarcus, what happened to Franklin's plane? We don't know. And if he bought that plane outright, which I feel like he did, that's another asset. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't know the going rate of planes. I don't know. But that's another asset he could have used. But he was so tunnel vision. Like, this is a prime illustration of someone having tunnel vision to their detriment. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jay, what you were saying, Alta was a nobody to Teddy. Yes, that is definitely facts. What did Sissy tell him? Inconsequential NIGGA. And that stuck with her. Y'all know that stuck with her until that day. She was able to say, placard. That should have told us. She was going to pull a bullet in that man. They was telling us the whole time. Oh, Lord. Yes, I wanted closure on Peaches, but God, oh, like, what is going on here? Let me back up. Top notch. Okay. He over there. Say, you know what, Franklin? I can't look for Veronique anymore. So now, this is the first time jump, okay? This is 3 months. 3 months from the previous scene when Franklin went to go see Sissy and was cursing her the hell out, okay? So mind you, he was living at this point, he's living at Sissy, it's his whole, well, it's technically his house because he paid for it, but her name was on the deed. I'll say their house, okay? And he's on there, on the phone trying to get an extension on the payments for Spring Street. And the bank ain't trying to hear it, okay? Because you ain't got it, Frankie, okay? What's up, Brillo? Thank you for coming through. So this 3 months, of a time jump. So Top Notch, he was like, I'm not looking for Veronique anymore. And I know he was probably more so doing it for his own sanity and his morality, because he's like, this fool crazy. I'm over here about to find this pregnant woman so he could probably kill her. Top Notch, you did the right thing, my boy. He was like, well, I got you a little parting gift. And I already knew once he handed him that little envelope. I was like, yeah, we about to figure out what Peaches said. Peaches and cream. You need it because you know that he's a fiend. I was like, yes. What's up with Peaches? So he pull up to a little house. Okay, it was a cute little house. Cute. Well, he wasn't really little. It was a nice house. So frankly, I'm like, dang, they just got the sliding door open. I'm like, all right, go off, Peaches. You needed some natural air. Okay. Peaches. Oh my God. This man on the couch strung out. Big behind hole in his arm. I said, you really on the drugs, Peaches? Like, that summer cold was a summer, winter, spring, fall cold. I mean, God, dog, Peaches, you really out here on that heroin. Oh, so much so. He was like, Franklin, my nigga. You so high, you probably forgot that you beefing with this man. You probably ain't forget. He probably was so high, he didn't even forgot that. He was like, you know what? I feel so good. You my dog. You my dog right now. Well, Franklin got the blicky on him. Was like, no, sir. About that. You stole the $5 million from me. So what's up? Where that? He's like, yeah, cool. I got a little safe in the back. Let's go. Next thing we see, Franklin and Peaches in a little shootout. I was like, ooh. Ooh, hey, Candy Love. Yes, Savannah, that heroin. That heroin. Okay, not heroin, it's that heroin. Okay, so Peaches dead. Pow, pow, pow. Okay, he was dying slow anyway. So frankly, he over there in the house trying to figure out what's going on. He got the blicky. He find the safe, big ass safe. Of course, we don't got the combination. I was like, we never got two things that match. We ain't got no peanut butter, no jelly. We got account numbers, but no password. We got a safe, but no combination. God, like this is not a good day. Ice Cube lied today. So frankly, he over there tearing the house up, trying to find everything. He even noticed, y'all peepees. He got the little drunk bottles. Frankly, like, okay, get my $5 million worth of sip up in here, okay? He all in the man wallet, so he decides to call a locksmith. Oh God, this part was too crazy. Oh my God. Miguel the locksmith came over to assist. And mind you, Peaches was 25 miles away the whole dang time. 25 miles. You mean to tell me, Top Notch, it took you how long to find Peaches? 25 miles? If you would have called him sooner, maybe we would have had 24K. But that still wouldn't be enough for Frankie, okay? So Miguel, he opened up the safe, got the little drill. Next thing we see, a little druggie. Well, what's going on here? Where's Peaches? I said, fool, Peaches was shot 30, 40, 50 minutes ago. What kind of heroin y'all got? And you just now waking up. I'm all around the house drinking and going through papers, and you just now waking up. Now I'm just saying, I can't do the drugs, y'all. I cannot do the drugs if it got me doing that. If I could sleep through somebody being shot, I don't want it. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna show you Peaches. He out back. Next thing we know, Franklin take old boy. He shoot and kill old boy. And Miguel was shook. I know he peed a little in his pants. He trying to find a window. Like, God damn, I don't know what to do. So Franklin was like, all right, just chill out. I ain't trying to hurt you. I'm just trying to get in this safe. So he was like, all right, cool. open the safe. They got this long pause. I'm like, all right, is it empty? Is it full? Like, stop playing with me, directors. I need to know. I got asthma. I can't wait no longer. Stop playing with me. We see it's two little handful. Two little handful of monies. Look. You see some 5 and some 1. I'm like, oh, no. He said, count it. Even Miguel was like, this some bullshit. I'm broke. I live paycheck to paycheck, but this ain't no money. But he was scared because he was like, that's a lot of money, huh? Miguel was like, I don't know. He didn't know what to say because he was like, if I say yeah, he gonna think I'm gonna try to rob him or something. You know what I'm saying? If I say no, he gonna think I'm trying to play him. Miguel ain't know what to say. So he was like, it's about 12,000. Franklin, at this point, this was like crazy meter is like right here. It's like right here, crazy meter right here. He's like, Peaches. I'm like, where's Dave Chappelle when you need him? Peaches. Franklin ain't know what to do. I was like, yep. He done lost his mind. He's gone. He's gone. He done seen spaceships on Bankhead. He went to see Scotty. He gone. So he was like, put the money in your pocket, Miguel. He was like, I got a family. I got 3 kids. Like, I don't want no problems. I just came to work. This is my last hour of my shift. I just want to go home. So it looked like he's, kind of paying off Miguel by allowing him to leave. Like, here's a 12,000. Don't say nothing. Get your kids some bikes for Christmas. Be on your merry way. So I'm like, all right, cool. We being gracious up in here. No. He let Miguel walk out to the living room and shoot this man in the back. I said, Franklin. At this point, I was like, I don't even know if I should be rooting for Franklin anymore at this point. I can't. The only other, I would say, innocent I recall Franklin killing is Mel's dad, Andre. And he was low-key like on Franklin ass, like the op. So I kind of excuse that a little bit. But this was a pure, innocent man. Ain't want no problems but to help you. Now you up in here in this house with 3 dead bodies. I say, yeah, I don't think you can redeem yourself out of this, Frankie. I don't think so. This man is gone. Oh my God. I was just like, dang. That is facts, Candy Love. That's what I'm saying. I ain't really too mad about Andre. He was doing too much. He had files and everything. Franklin had to clip him. So, y'all, we have a time jump. And it's 2 years later. I said, God, dog, now I got to figure out what happened between that and today. I can't do it. But I got to roll with it. So we see Tony over here. I'm like, dang, I was hoping you was kind of dead, but I guess not. I guess you didn't do that too right, Ruben, okay? But at the time, all he cared about was Gustavo. So they go to this little horse ranch or what have you, and they approach these, lovely people. And they was like, yeah, we over here. We're looking for Louis Saint, but she, has another alias. Yeah, she's on the run. She was one of the, highest, most successful drug runners in LA. And we, been here. She been around here looking for work. I said, Louis, you looking for work? Louis, you over here looking for work. Now, I understand we may try to justify it. She could probably have money and passports in the bag she gave her peoples when she was about to leave before the DA came to her house. Okay, cool. Now, it looked like she told a lie, possibly, to Buckley about having a house with some passports and stash. She said almost $1 million. I guess that wasn't true. But you did not have any other cash, any other place, Louis. See, this is the thing. Like, y'all living a fast life. You got to have a contingency plan. Like, I don't understand. I would have had bread all over California, San Francisco, San Diego, everywhere. A Millie here, a Millie here, a Millie here. Call me Lil Wayne. I would have been a Millie everywhere, okay? Like, what? Why? Come on, Louis. Come on. Oh, my God. This pissed me the F off. Now you over here in this little barn looking like old girl from Players Club, hiding from Diamond in the bathroom. Oh God, oh God. Louis! What a mighty fall from grace, boo-boo. See, if you would have acted right, you would have been in Jamaica eating oxtails with Unc. But no, you over here picking up doo-doo manure from the horses. But they kept it real. They was like, she been gone. She came over, last winter. But, that's what they do over here. They come for a couple months and they go. They was like, all right, well, if she come back, let us know. But I'm like, all right, y'all kept the 10 toes down. I ain't mad at y'all. I ain't mad at all. I was thinking of that. I hate trying to, cross-reference shows. I be trying to stay on the path, but we can't help it sometimes. But yes, Katie Love, I was thinking exactly that. Like Tommy and Ghost have blickies and the monies all over the city. I'm just saying. And we get an update from Oso. He over there in, Mexico teaching the kiddies on how to wrestle. I was like, oh, this cute. He said he had to make him a little phone call. He a little check the answering service. And it's Ziamara giving him a little update. We in North Carolina. The kids miss you. I miss you. We hope to see you soon. I said, nope. Can't do that. Can't do that. Because I'm like, is this a setup? Like, now, from the DA's point of view, are they thinking like Oso was absolutely dead? Because technically we don't have nobody. We just know that he wasn't in the car with us that night. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they feel like he's completely dead or just trying to cover their tracks just in case. But I'm like, oh, a quinky dink. 2 years later, we see the DEA looking for Louis, and then we get a call, a little message from Ziamara. I said, Oso, just be happy with this update and keep it moving, bruh. Start you a new family or something, because we can't do that. You cannot cross that border, okay? I don't care what Taco Bell tell you. We can't do that. Now, we were safe. I would love to see if they can come to Mexico, but we can't trust that either. So stay in North Carolina, do what you got to do, and we just going to have to just live that way, okay? But I could tell Oso is very humble. He's just happy to know his family happy. Ziamara got the Millie, so I feel like she's going to be responsible with that money, unlike Louis. But we see Louis over there on the run, probably gonna be looking over her shoulder for the rest of her life. Also is living a, humble life in Mexico. And I feel like he gave all the bread Franklin gave him to her. So I don't even think he had like a little nest egg. He pretty much just started over. So I'm like, I commend you, Oso. I ain't gonna lie. I was a little pissed off at you, bro. You helped Franklin, when I thought you should have. But that time you really didn't have no loyalty. But you kept it 10 toes down, Oso. I don't got no gripes with you. I'm happy, sir. Okay. Let me take a drink of water, y'all, because this part here, oh my God. Y'all. Oh, we gonna get into it. Oh God. So it's another time jump. 1 year later. Okay. So we had a 3-month time jump, a 2-year time jump, and now a 1-year time jump. So this is like 3.5 years, from let's say episode 9. Okay. So we see Leon, he over there walking in the hood on Franklin Street, and we see some, people like, yo, what's up, cuz? Where you from, cuz? The gangs, they always over here being in everybody's business, like they over here owning stuff, but not their name is on their deed in that house. But go off, Bloods and the Crips. I mean, I love y'all. I ain't got no beef with y'all. I'm just playing these jokes. Okay. Thank you. So he stopped at Franklin's house. And so he was like, and Anybody live up in there? And they was like, well, somebody in there. I don't call it living. I said, oh, Lord. When I heard that, I said, oh, Lord, it's about to be a problem. It's about to be a problem. The house look a hot mess. The front yard is unkept. Even Mel old house. Nobody ain't been over there. I'm like, oh, my God. This neighborhood is just completely changed. We see eviction notices on the door. I'm like, oh, my God. So, Leon knocking on the door. Frank, you in there. Open up, Frank. And we see Frank. I ain't gonna lie, yeah. At first, I'm like, oh, Lord, he on the crack rock. Lord, the man is on the crack rock. Even though he had the bottle, I was thinking he on the bottle and the crack rock. Because when you that down, you don't care. So I was thinking probably he on both. Your man is looking bad. The house looks horrible. Now, mind you, when Davis came over, the house was looking nice. The picture I took from that house when Davis came over 3.5 years before that to this scene, I was like, this is ridiculous. I mean, wife beater nasty. I mean, you can tell he ain't washed his ass in how long. Candles around, so you know there's no electricity, no water. Like, Franklin over there just really just living like a savage. Oh my God. So he was like, if you gonna come in, anybody out there? You like, Leon, like who? Like people from the city, who you think? He was like, it's been a little hectic around here, you know what I'm saying? They've been watching me for a minute, but they know who I am. Like, you could tell it's weird because he's so down, but he still has this sense of self. This inflated sense of self. And I'm like, Frankie? Yes, there wasn't no teeth brushing, no ass washing. I'm pretty sure he ain't go to the store. He ain't got no toilet paper. Oh my God, y'all, this broke my heart. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I would have been just more at peace if y'all would have killed him. Or at least put him in jail. Like, at this point, I didn't want to see this, but I had to keep it real with myself. And this is realistic. This happens all the time. I have somebody in my family. They went from the man. Had every materialistic thing you can think of. And in a matter of months, I saw this very person strung out on the corner. Broke my heart. And I was a kid. So this happens all the time. But did I need to see this fate for Franklin? I never saw Franklin death, honestly. I never saw that in the cards for this show. But I completely did not consider this as an option. I don't know why. I should have known. They've been sprinkling things in the dialogue. Franklin constantly saying he can't sleep. He's having sweats. You could tell last episode he was about to pull the blicky. He pulled the blicky out on V when he woke up. He's so paranoid. The way they showed that shot of that, that first little drink he took in the bar. Because the whole time, the whole series, I don't drink. That ain't my thing. He turning out drinks. Oh, I don't do that. So look at here, a whole 180. And Frankie over here on the bottle. So let me just show you how people be, the drunks and the druggies be finessing folk, right? So he was like, yeah, I'm gonna just walk you out the back door because they don't be looking in the alley. So he over there, and they really about to be on some Jill Scott-ish. They over here taking a long ass walk. So, they doing a little update. He was like, yeah. And this pissed me off. He was like, yeah, people leave you when the money gone. You was talking about Verity. I said, Franklin, don't do that. Don't do that because y'all still had bread and you still had options when she left. So don't do that, okay? Did you forget the chokey choke? Did you forget the chokey choke? I think you did, Franklin. So don't do that. Hold yourself accountable, but he ain't gonna do that. And he was like, yeah, she, called me one time, let me know, I had a son and she wants to, raise him properly away from America and break the curse. And I love that because as we now see the curse that this family has, what was we first introduced to? Maybe I believe episode 1. Louis and Franklin in the car. We see a man walking down the street, across the street, and it was Franklin's dad, Alton, drunk on the street, homeless. And it seems though he got there by way of the situation he had with the CIA conspiring to, kill his cousin. And now we see Franklin dealings with CIA, going through all of this and land up this new situation, but old situation of being an alcoholic. So this has been a cycle for, at least at this point that we know of, 2 generations of alcoholism and the CIA and their BS. If y'all out there listening to CIA, this is just a show, okay? Don't be coming over here bothering me. So the fact that, she said she want to break the cycle, I love that. Because we need that. Because we can't go through this no more. We don't need to see Franklin's son in a car with his auntie, finding him down the street drunk, decide to sell drugs for the CIA. They probably won't do that. It was like, it'll probably be more current. Yeah, let's sell cryptocurrency or something with the CIA. And then, they clean Franklin up. Like, we don't need that. We don't need no more repeats. Okay, no more repeats of this. So we walk into the store. He asked about Wanda. Leon was like, marriage is a little challenging. She want to, start a music business. So we know, that's pretty much a prevents about, to the spinoff. But Franklin, like I said, he's had such an inflated sense of self. He talking about, Wanda's still with you. Did she go back, to her first love and start, insinuating and illustrating someone, smoking crack? I said, Frankie, not your stinking behind over here making fun of Wanda smoking crack. You might as well be smoking crack because you look like it. And this is interesting because this is probably the most funniest we've seen, the most low-key, I don't want to say externally joyous, because internally he's messed up and lost. But externally, Franklin is hella funny. Like, he's one of them funny drunk uncles that just be cracking you up all the time, okay? But I'm like, how dare you talking about Wanda and you over here looking like who done what? So Frankie done finesse Leon, because at first Leon was like, where we walking to? He even answered his question. Leon was like, you know what? I got this little legal aid situation. That's why I came by. I want you to help, run it. Like, let's come together. Let's work together. Of course, he ain't try to answer that. He proceeded to ask Leon for $10. And I was like, oh my God, he about to cop some crack. I do see the store right there, but I'm like, I see people in front. I'm like, oh Lord, Franklin about to buy the crack. Oh Lord. But no, he ends up buying liquor. But another full circle moment. If y'all don't remember, Franklin used to work at Cho's, which is the very same store he used to work at in the beginning of the series. But now he is now a customer of this very store. And I'm like, oh my God, they really did this. And the whole time, Leon is just looking like, damn. And I don't say we all, but a lot of us have experienced that. I've did a few times in my life where, you go somewhere, you kind of move away and you come back and you see somebody that was kind of doing good or on the right track or, at least at a decent space in life. And then you come back and you see they fell completely off. And you're like, damn, like it F's you up mentally. And I had to think to myself, because this feeling kind of felt familiar to me when it comes on TV. I don't know how many of y'all watch The Wire, but this is giving me like Dookie from The Wire. If y'all remember The Wire, the way that series ended with Dookie, I kind of feel a similar hurt with Franklin. I'm like, dang, I understand. At this point, Franklin has been in our lives, or me at least in my lives, for several years, and you get emotionally invested in these characters. And I'm like, this ish is effing me up. Like, Franklin is real. I mean, yeah, it's a real situation, but it don't F me up, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. To the point where I'm like, I don't know if I even want to like watch this episode ever again. Even though I love the series, if I do a rewatch of the series, I can't watch this episode, or if I do, I'm gonna have to cut off at the last at the last 10 minutes. Just how I do before I watch when I watch Boys in the Hood. When his mama asked him to go to the store, I cut it off. Set it off. When Cleo start driving and about to get, she in the car, I cut it off. Like certain things I can't watch. But at the end of the day, this is a tragic tale and this is a realistic tale. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it hurts. It hurts. It hurts so much because, and I don't know, I can't speak for everybody's experience with this show, but I think part of me, because I had to really reflect and think about why I wanted Franklin to win. And it's because at the end of the day, I saw this show was more Franklin versus the CIA. But this tale is really Franklin versus Franklin. Franklin versus his morality. Because when I think of Franklin versus Teddy and the CIA, I wanted him to win because when do we ever win against the government? We constantly get ished on when it comes to the government or, governmental systems. So it was like this one time we wanted to see a success story. And to some people, this may be a success story. No, Franklin is not in prison physically. No, he is not deceased. But at this point, I feel like he's in a mental prison and he's internally deceased. But according to him, he said he's free. He's free from all this. Not the CIA way, his own way. Because at this point, he's seeing the cops across the street about to ram in and pretty much take his house. And Leon was like, I'll pay the property tax. I'll pay it. Frank was like, no. And this is the same man we just saw a couple years ago, pretty much demanded $3 million from Leon. All his money. They don't care about no wife, no nothing Leon need to live off of. But now we see Franklin telling Leon no to probably a few $100s. That can be a difference from him being homeless and him having a home. So it's weird because even though Franklin right now is such a chaotic soul in a sense, you still feel a sense of peace at a point, But this is definitely an ending for the books. Yes, I would have loved to see Franklin ride off to the sunset, be a humble situation, have a paid in full ending, not be balling, have a couple cleaners, you know what I'm saying? Be a self-made man at some point, more humble life, but not, selling drugs. I would love that. But we are now telling a tale of Franklin versus his morality. Franklin versus greed versus his ambition. In a sense, he lost. His mama in prison for life. His uncle deceased. His auntie, I put that in quotes, his auntie on the run. His kid and his kid's mom somewhere where he don't know. Like this is definitely a tragic tale. It was a lot, y'all. It was a lot. Especially when you feel like you've invested so much time for someone to win. But Franklin the greed got the best of him. It got the best of him. But it was heartwarming for him to tell Leon that he is proud of him. He's the best friend that he ever had. And you could tell Leon was just so hurt. And maybe, I guess the whole time since we was rooting for Franklin to win, we got some sort of redemption by Leon winning in a sense. Because even though on the surface he's doing well, he's married, he has a good marriage, some struggles, that's how marriage is. But I don't think Leon can be fully content and fully happy knowing how someone who's so close to him, this is pretty much his brother, to know there's, the back of his mind that this is where he is. Like a person like me, it would take me a while to be at peace with that. And I'm sure it will be the same with Leon. And I know he's redeeming himself in a lot of other ways through a lot of other people. But this was great storytelling. I definitely love this show. I love they did do a nod to John Singleton. As soon as I saw that stripe t-shirt, I was like, okay, they're doing a nod to Boys in the Hood. They're walking on their Jill Scott walk. And, Leon was like, they shoot a little movie here. And Frank was like, yeah. He's like, oh, well, that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't going to win no Oscar. So that was fire. I love that as well. But this was a great show, a hurtful ending. But yeah, this was a lot, it's the ugly truth, them pretty much ripping the Band-Aid off and showing us the true reality of this type of situation. Franklin's gone, man. Franklin's gone. What are y'all talking about? I'm sorry, y'all. I went on a little emotional rant. Okay, I'm sorry to get my Carl Thomas on for a little bit, because this is low-key therapeutic, because I really was, at first I was like, I don't want to review this. In terms of talking about it, because it hurts more when you think about it. Because I honestly feel like this was somebody I knew in my life for real. But I was like, I had to come talk to y'all, of course, and see what was going on. And it was a lot. DeMarcus, you said Franklin Saint continued the vicious cycle of not being in his son's life. That's definitely facts. You asked, was Sissy better on The Wire or on Snowfall? Definitely Snowfall. I hated her in The Wire. She was trash. Okay. You say it would be crazy if Melody comes back and clean up Franklin State. That would definitely be interesting. And we have to think about it. Franklin was 24 or so this season. And then the time jump. So Franklin's not even 30 years old yet. So I feel like, honestly, just me, I have to have peace with knowing that maybe Franklin has a second chance. Maybe he has a second hope. Maybe Leon won't stop trying. I have to have that type of hope in my life, because if I don't, it's going to stress me out and it's going to bother me for a very long time. So he ain't even 30 yet. So he could stay on this path. Yes, true. But I'm going to just at least hope in my pretend world of season 7 of Snowfall that somebody has a come to Jesus moment with Franklin, and that be that. But honestly, when I first watched this, I was like, oh my God, now he's homeless. Now he's going to be fully in the streets. Next thing we see, he's probably going to see somebody really on the crack and really be a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. Like, honestly, y'all let me know. Normally, the drunks stay drunk and the crackheads stay on the crack. But I do know people that be drunks and crackheads. So I was like, all right, what we going to do, Franklin, in these streets? But I was like, Leon just paid a few $100s. But I could just tell Franklin probably would even still refuse to live there if Leon did that. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. But I'm like, dang, I can't believe that they did a good job. The makeup people, he had a little blood vessel burst in his eye. And we know Franklin, Damson is a method actor, okay? So he probably was looking like that for real. Probably in shower for real for weeks. Child, had all the Febreze and air freshener up in his little trailer, okay? DeMarcus, you say it would be crazy if Melody. Oh yeah, I read that. I'm sorry. HEA, what's up? You say yes, Franklin, fly away. DeMarcus, no Scully in the series finale. Yeah, I did think about, at this point, 3 years later, where would Scully be? Is he, on a similar path as Leon, not selling drugs and doing something positive? Because how much at peace are you able to be while still being in that life? So I did think about Scully, but I'm okay with him not being in the finale. I feel like, I don't know how they would kind of write him in, but they could have did it as they did Louis and Oso. But yes, at the end of the day, yeah, HEA, I believe, yeah, there's no true happy ending. Somebody has lost something on this show. Hey Jay White, you say you still believe Franklin can bounce back. That's the hope I'm having, okay? Because I got to have this to be to be sane, okay? What you said, no God to Jay White. Hey Daria, what's up? But yeah, y'all, that was pretty much it. I mean, Snowfall, like I said, it's been a fun ride. Gave me years and years of entertainment. And it's sad to see it go. It was definitely bittersweet. Like I said, on next Wednesday at 8:15, I will be doing like a little series, just recap review, just kind of talking about the show, what it means for the culture, you know, favorite moments, discussing, you know, the characters and their fate, just a little cute little, you know, send off. You know, I have to wrap Snowfall in a little bow because, like I said, it's one of my favorite shows, one of my favorite pieces of artwork. And like I said, at plenty of times, mainly because it didn't just show crack. You know, it didn't just show, you know, selling bricks. It showed the other part of it. You know, the CIA portion, how they were involved, because these are based on real events. And I love the fact that they illustrated, you know, the pre-crack era. You know, like I said, you know, we all have family members that we probably have, and for me personally, I have some that I didn't know before they was on drugs. I was born into them being on drugs, so it kind of shined a light for me personally. Like, you know what? You know, this person probably was a whole nother person before they became you know, a drug addict. So it definitely, I don't want to say made me sympathize more, because I always had some sort of sympathy, but it definitely just allowed me to process things a little differently, about, you know, what these drugs did to our community and our people. I appreciate it, DeMarcus. That's pretty much it. Let me know if you have any other things y'all want to talk about. But I did think we was going to see more like legal things going on, but we already know how the government is. they didn't want to brush too much up, you know, when it came to the CIA. You know, Franklin was able to escape prison, I guess. I mean, I probably would have rather have him in prison taking a shower, you know, but he probably would have been them sneaky dudes in school. Do they let like prisoners like not bathe? Like, do they make you take showers? I'm curious how that works, because, you know, you got a lot of mentally, you know, disturbed people in prison that probably don't really want to bathe. But like, do they make you like, hey, all right, Anthony, it's Tuesday, you gotta wash at least once a week? Like, how that work? How does that work? I don't know. Thank you, Daria. I appreciate it. HGA said crack is white and it's cheap. My Whitney Houston, boy. Shout out to Whitney. Oh, you saw about the showering. Big Wolfie said this was the worst season. I don't know how I feel about that. And that's why I feel like I need to do a rewatch. Because I feel like all the seasons are good for me. But of course there is a ranking involved. But yes, I still enjoyed it nonetheless. I was still tuned in at 10, okay? Dealing with commercials every Wednesday, even though I had my DVR on, okay? It still pulled me in. I will. Thank you, Big Wolf Status. I will definitely do so. But y'all, make sure y'all like this video. Still 23 people up in here. Was more earlier. But thank you for coming through, y'all. Power Book 2, episode 6, tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please come through. If y'all can't, please watch the replay. Bel Air, working on that review in the next few days. And of course, I'll be discussing and wrapping up Snowfall as a show itself next Wednesday. I appreciate y'all continued support, y'all consistent support. I mean, honestly, I would have nobody to talk to if y'all wasn't here. So big ups to y'all. Kudos to y'all. Hand claps to y'all for always showing out for your girl. Enjoy the rest of your night. And I will see y'all in the morning to talk about Tariq and them, because teen telenovela was a lot, okay? Hey, HEA. DeMarcus said they probably give prisoners blanket parties if they don't. Oh, but them blankets will be stink after a while, won't they? I don't know how that works. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. But no, y'all, let me get out of here. Thank you. God bless. And I will see y'all in the morning. Toodles. Oh, God.